The spectacular growth of DeFi continues to bring boundless opportunities, but financial perils to crypto users as well. For example, we've witnessed hundreds of millions of dollars in funds being lost from hacks, theft, rug pulls, and system failure ever since the disruptive crypto subsector exploded in popularity recently. Over $120 million worth of assets were looted from DeFi platforms in 2020 alone, while they caught the attention and imagination of the crypto sector. In this video, we're going to look at the recent top 10 DeFi exploits. Now let's dive in. Number 10, Indexed Finance at $16 million. In October 2021, a hacker drained over $16 million from index pools on Indexed Finance. The exploit worked by tricking the algorithm governing the pools into calculating its value much lower than it should have been. Despite two independent security experts reviewing the protocol's smart contracts, the vulnerabilities were not discovered. The hacker took funds from the DeFi 5 and CC10 pools by attacking the smart contract code governing how the pools calculate the value of deposited assets. By pumping flash-loaned assets into the pools in exchange for Uni tokens, the hacker managed to trick the algorithm into calculating the pool's value much lower than it should have been. Now, this allowed the hacker to mint huge quantities of the pool's index tokens, which were then burned to claim the underlying assets. After the hacker paid off the initial flash loans, they managed to escape with $11 million worth of assets from the DeFi 5 pool and a further $5 million from the CC10 pool. Coming in at number 9 is Bancor with $23.5 million. Bancor learned a lesson on security back in 2018 when it fell victim to a wallet hacking attack worth $23.5 million. The attackers made off with $12.5 million in Ethereum, $1 million in PundiX's NPXS token, and $10 million in Bancor's BNT. Now, it appeared that Bancor users swapping their ERC20 assets following the contract deployment allowed for infinite approvals of the tokens to their respective contracts. Since these smart contracts were based on the public method, this could potentially lead to criminals hijacking approvals to steal their funds. Number 8, Harvest at $24 million. A yield aggregator, Harvest received critiques about its centralization before it got exploited for $24 million. Some of the users were concerned about the safety of $1 billion of assets locked on the platform, but the developers failed to change anything. Shortly after the debates on the protocol's centralization, $24 million were drained from Harvest due to an exploit on October 26th of 2020. In theory, a hacker could steal more, but the attacker used flash loans to manipulate stablecoin prices on the decentralized exchange curve and used arbitrage to buy more stablecoins than they would typically be able to. The team offered a $100,000 bounty to find the wrongdoer, but no one was turned in. Number 7, DForce and LendF.me at $25 million. On April 19, 2020, a hacker took $25 million from a decentralized lending platform, LendF.me, which was functioning under the umbrella of the Chinese DeFi platform DForce. The hack used a well-known vulnerability on Ethereum, which was used in the infamous DAO hack in 2016. Ethereum's ERC777 token standard is vulnerable, enabling an attacker to drain funds from some smart contracts holding them. An IMBTC token that represented Bitcoin on Ethereum was the ERC777 standard, which allowed an attack vector. Notably, the attacker returned stolen funds to LendF.me admin, which didn't save DForce from criticism. The same attack involving IM token occurred on Uniswap around the same time as on DForce, but hackers managed to drain much less, around $300,000. Number 6, URANIUM Finance at $50 million. URANIUM Finance is an automated market maker protocol on Binance Smart Chain, which suffered a total loss of over $50 million due to an attack that occurred while the protocol was conducting its token migration event. The hacker was able to exploit a coding error in the platform's balance modifier logic. Wisely, the attacker utilized the Ethereum-based mixer protocol Tornado Cash to liquidate stolen funds while keeping their identity private. Next up, we have number 5, EASYFI at $80 million. EASYFI is a DeFi platform on top of the Polygon network which reported a loss of over 80 million worth of assets due to a hack. It was revealed that the attacker took away $75 million worth of assets and siphoned $6 million from its liquidity pools. The team decided to conduct a hard fork in order to recover most of the funds that were drained. The EASYFI attack is very similar to the Nexus Mutual hack that was performed in December 2020. In both cases, the attacker injected a malicious version of MetaMask into the target computer. By doing so, the attacker was able to steal private keys and use them to perform transactions. The compromised machine in the EASYFI hack was a machine used solely for performing official transfers on behalf of the project and is kept offline the rest of the time. So at the time of the attack, the machine had been offline for over a week, demonstrating that the attacker had previously compromised the keys and waited to perform the attack. Number 4, we have BadgerDAO at 120 million. Recently, a hacker, or perhaps a group of hackers, stole $120.3 million in crypto by hacking into DeFi protocol BadgerDAO. The exploit was discovered by blockchain security firm PeckShield, which tracked down the missing funds. After PeckShield announced the exploit publicly, the DAO announced that they were looking into the hack. It has pushed pause on smart contracts for the time being in order to prevent further withdrawals. It's still unclear when the restrictions will be removed. Now, PeckShield's investigation showed that the attacker stole over 117 million worth of Bitcoin, while the rest of the missing assets were stored in the form of interest-bearing Bitcoin, a form of tokenized Bitcoin, and Ethereum, the native token on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, the $120 million hack in total appears to have impacted Celsius network to the tune of approximately $54 million, according to on-chain data from Etherscan. While the on-chain data does not prove that the funds belong to the crypto lender, in a recent AMA with Alex Mashinsky, the CEO of Celsius Network, they did confirm that BadgerDAO was actually exploited and their funds were definitely on BadgerDAO as well. Reports show that the wallet linked to Celsius had 896 wrapped Bitcoin stolen. Now, before revealing the top 3 DeFi exploits in recent times, kindly show us some love by clicking on the subscribe button if you haven't yet done so. Also, give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. Now let's continue on. Number 3, we have Paid Network at $180 million. Paid Network was compromised in an infinite mint attack that resulted in a loss of around $180 million, with the attacker bagging a total of $3 million in profit. The exploit in the minting of paid tokens caused inflation in its supply, sending its value down by 85%. There were speculations within the community that the paid incident was not an exploit, but indeed a rug pull. However, judging by the fact that Paid Network is still thriving today with its Ignition launchpad and have reimbursed victims, this does not seem to be the case. Number 2, Titan Finance, which lost 99% of assets. Herein Finance, a DeFi project that started migrating to Polygon Network in May, saw its share token Titan hit bottom fast, plummeting over 99% in less than a day. Herein Finance became the latest protocol to go through a massive exploit which saw the price of its token plummet in what they describe as a bank run. In essence, users can either mint or redeem Herein tokens through a mechanism that, in certain circumstances, dries up the demand for Titan. That's precisely what happened recently. As the price for Titan continued to surge, whales dumped their tokens to realize profits. This caused somewhat of a chain reaction of panic selling, driving the price of Titan down, which in turn caused Herein, the stablecoin, to lose its, stable peg. This is exactly where the mechanism kicked in. Users were able to redeem tokens at a lower than market value in arbitrage. However, this would require minting a new Titan every time. As soon as larger players started doing so, the market was flooded with freshly minted Titan, and as everyone was panic selling, this crashed the price of Titan to almost $0. Number 1, we have Poly Butterfly at 611 million. In August of 2021, Poly Network, a decentralized finance platform, announced on its Twitter feed that its network had been attacked, and the cryptocurrency assets had been moved from 3 networks: the Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, and the Polygon network. The total amount stolen from these networks together was approximately $611 million, and this exploit is now deemed as one of the biggest in DeFi history. Poly Network is a protocol launched by the founder of the Chinese blockchain project Neo, which is intended to bring a heterogeneous interoperability protocol alliance by integrating blockchains into the larger cross-chain ecosystem. The protocol allows users to swap tokens across different blockchains, and according to the blockchain data from these respective networks as of the time of the hack, the perpetrator stole 273 million from the Ethereum network, 85 million in USD coin from the Polygon network, and 253 million from the Binance Smart Chain network. Now that's all on our video about top 10 DeFi exploits. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well as join our amazing Telegram group. As always guys, stay safe in the DeFi space and have an amazing day.